Welcome back to Young Justice. This is season 4, episode 2, Needful. It's been a couple days since I last watched the episode, but I'm very excited to jump into this one now that I have some free time and see what happens. Why did I labeled this as 4x1 last time? 4x2. I thought it was going to be the other half of the trailer, which was like the Zatanna and Artemis shit, but I guess this is more of the Mars stuff, so we'll just see what happens. And yeah, I'm very excited to see where this season's going, so let's jump into it. Super loud still. For no reason.
The Martian Manhunter made it to the watchtower, right?
Emery?
Right?
Emery! I don't know! The explosive
Jesus.
connection to the Mars-Earth communication satellite. This was clearly sabotage.
I mean, yeah, obviously. I don't know who it is. Who's the bad guy here? See, Aquaman, he went to be... Superboy went to D9. Interesting. And Calder was 27, which means he was the only... Well, he was the next edition after Rocket and Zatanna. After season 2. Not this.
Just trust me, my boy. You'll understand when you are.
You'll understand when you're older.
Nothing out here.
BB.
But we can do this, right? I mean, you studied with Dick, I've studied with Tim. We can totally do the detective thing.
No, Car, I'm working on it.
It's freaking
Totally see something, don't
licking
you?
shit.
Burn marks. 2 small points of impact on the power core's thermal panel.
Like
Bypass.
heat
What
vision.
did you bypass?
Soon.
Guard, just calm down. I know he's panicking, but he's just relax.
Uncle John.
Okay,
You're all right.
it's fine. Everything's cool.
Sabotaged. It exploded, but no one was
Who is this bitch? And yeah, at least they have a backup plan. FTL travel, you know.
Couldn't have been his plague.
Who is? Okay, that's definitely Saturn Girl in the back, right? I only know like. Why?
What were you thinking of?
I don't know much of the Legion
Son,
other than
the way to bring
TV, you know, animation.
Is that how you feel about me?
I need a moment alone.
Not
with my
that.
father.
And you were my rock. You should have protected me!
I was a child too.
Right. He's just victim blaming. You know, he's trying to play the victim. Not this.
Of course.
He is going through it. What the fuck?
I know you've been working on your skills, but that doesn't mean you're stronger than I am. So what are you up to, little brother?
She said, "I will make you comatose."
Silly, but I've dreamed of my Ayaba on a ceremony and wedding since little. The second thing.
There's Stargirl. Wait. Oh, that was Cobra, right? So they're getting married in 3 days. Okay. I feel like someone's gonna die. I don't. It's too calm and like nice.
The mystery solved, my queen. As we need to
He's too obvious of a suspect.
Shen killed Sutton Jax. But marrying an Shen already contaminated.
But they're neutral parties.
Listen to me. This is just another
The Earthlings.
10 years. Think of all
10
the
years.
to get us here. How young we were when we met. How dorky I was.
Kind of, I guess. Yeah. Because it was season 1 was 6 months, season 2 was 6 months, so plus the time skips. What are they doing? Is she like Phantom Girl? Is that a thing? Who is that? That's the same thing that happened to the tube. The laser eyes. Wait, that's a new Genesis guy. And somebody's trying to... I think the Legion is good guys. They're just following them for some reason. But then there's another party that's interrupting. So they let Macam go, I guess? Who the fuck? Is that Desaad?
Affecting skin color only separates the Martian races. When it explodes, this gene
There's a
will
bomb.
disperse a virus that will kill off all blood ends and Garoons.
Of course it's the day of the wedding. So, oh my god. I really like those end credit scenes now. Last season they were fun. They were just like cute little snippets into, you know, maybe what happened in that episode. Sometimes they were just funny, sometimes it was like sad, but like it wasn't really any plot. But like these end credit scenes have like not necessarily plot heavy, but they are sort of showing us glimpses of what's happening to other characters. So last episode we had, I believe it was like a therapy session with Black Canary and Halo. In this episode, it was Perdita's voicemail to Gar, so we kind of got some insight into their relationship because he had mentioned last episode that they were on like a break or something. So it's nice to see, you know, I guess they just kind of like are, you know, so busy with their own lives that they don't have time for each other right now. But yeah, I really like those end credit scenes now. I'm going to be listening to them a lot because I think they're going to be, like I said, not necessarily important for the plot going forward, but just sort of filling out the world and giving us more details about what's been happening or what is going on for other characters. Okay, but for this episode, it was a bit, not a letdown. Last episode was very action heavy, and this episode, you know, last episode was like very setting up world building and sort of setting up and getting us hyped for the season. But this episode was just sort of like setting up the mystery more, introducing some more characters, introducing some more plot lines going forward. They had the prince there who seems to be more agreeable than I would have thought. He seems very much so I said the advisor dude, I don't know his name, but the advisor to the queen, he's too suspicious to be the culprit. But now that I'm thinking about it, what if it's the prince? Because that would be a really good twist, is that, you know, the guy who's sort of trying to help us and he's very open and, you know, all that stuff. I mean, if you want to be above suspicion, you want to help the mystery, right? So it's possible as Prince. Again, I don't really know. I don't know what would be a satisfying answer to who killed the king and, you know, who's behind everything. McCom is obviously doing his own shit. He didn't do whatever happened to the teleporter. We saw that it was some sort of heat vision thing there. Maybe it's Match. I'm just throwing it out there for some reason. Just throwing out Match. Just because it looked like heat vision. It looked like two eyes, you know, laser dots. So I feel like it has to be somebody with heat vision of some sort. We saw it again when they were trying to attack Superboy and Miss Martian and Beast Boy, you know, the cave in there. So it's either some sort of Legion villain, because the Legion seems to be following our team here. You know, right? Okay, so right now we have like 3 parties, right? There's more than that, but for our main heroes, there's the main squad, Beast Boy, Superboy, and Miss Martian, right? One squad here. We got the Legion here. They seem to be following the one squad. I don't know what their goal is, but they seem to be just observing some now. We don't know what their goal is yet, but we know that they're trying to keep an eye on things and trying to keep up with stuff. And then there is Heat Vision guy or girl, you know, Heat Vision person. From what we've been told by, I believe that's Saturn Girl, like I said, Heat Vision person was trying to not necessarily kill our squad, but they were trying to alert our squad to the fact that the Legion was present. So again, it doesn't necessarily mean that Heat Vision guy is evil. Yes, they have done bad things already. I mean, they almost possibly tried to kill Jean, and they blew up the teleporter. And if it's the same person that was in the sphere thing, like the hollow projection thing that blew up the like Earth Mars transponder thing, then yes, I'd say they're evil, but we don't know enough right now, I think. Now that I think about it, there's Heat Vision guy, and there might even be a second person, or it could be the same person, but there's that other person we've seen a couple times now that seems to be like watching in the sort of bubble sphere thing. Yeah, there's so many questions right now. I can't put into words because I don't have any descriptors for what I'm seeking. But you guys know what I'm talking about. I feel like, but yeah. So with the Legion, I believe, like I said, I think that's Saturn Girl. I really don't know anything about the Legion of Superheroes other than they're from the future. I know that there is an iteration of Superboy that goes to the Legion of Superheroes. Like in the old Justice League animated series, I believe Supergirl Kara, she goes to the future and stays with them a little bit. There's like a Brainiac on the team. So, you know, and then there's the Fatal 5 movie. I've seen that once. I know that they have the Legion there too. So, like I said, I'm not too familiar with them. I know a couple of names, but I really don't know much. But yeah, so there's Saturn Girl, who seems to be some sort of psychic, I believe. There's a girl with the P. I don't think it's. Okay, I'm just spitting out names at this point. So Phantom Girl, I don't think it's her. I think she's a current day person, so I don't think they're the same person. But P person, P girl, and not P girl. The girl with the P on her chest. And then there's the New Genesis Bug, but he doesn't look like that all the time. So either that's like a future mutation where they can transform into different shapes, or it's some sort of shapeshifter that chooses to take on the form of a New Genesis Bug. But that was really interesting that he did turn into that bug. So again, I really don't know anything about this Legion, and why would they be watching everyone? I feel like it has to do with Superboy. Like I don't know. That just seems, that's my crackpot theory right now, is that I know I know like barely anything about the Legion, but what I do know is it has something to do with the Super Family. I know that they're very involved with the Legion. So like Superboy and Supergirl usually. In which case, would they introduce Kara into the show? Because she isn't introduced yet. Now that I think about it, could be. But yeah, we have Kara. Sorry, whatever. Crackpot theories. I think the Legion and whoever is following them, the third party, are doing this because Superboy is there, not necessarily with Miss Martian. I think it's a red herring that it's all Mars stuff. I believe that there is something else going on with Superboy. I'm throwing out a crackpot theory that it's Match, and he's learned to control himself more, I guess. And by that I mean not immediately reveal himself. He's learned to be stealthy. Just because we haven't done anything with Match, that was such like a tease in the first season. We introduced Match, and then at the end of the season, they're like, yes, let's take Match. And then we didn't mention them ever again. So I feel like that has to come back. I don't know if it came back in the comics ever. I know there's tie-in comics. I didn't read them. So maybe he did show up in those, but what a good time to bring back something like that. Match has like gained more sentience and stuff. Spoilers for current comics, but Match has come back in the Suicide Squad comic run right now, so that was a really nice twist. I did not see it coming, and it maybe that's also why I'm wanting Match here, is because it came out of nowhere. So I'm just expecting him to show up now. It was really good though, really good reveal in the comics right now. But yeah, last thing we left off was Macomb. I guess he got released somehow. Whatever. He was meeting up with Desaad and getting paid back finally for what he did on New Genesis in some sort of gene bomb. Desaad is saying that it most likely won't affect white Martians, but he also just mentioned right before then, and not mentioned, but reiterated, because it was news that we learned last episode. He reiterated the fact that all the Martians, white, green, and red, are literally the same. So, other than skin tone. So, somehow, this gene bomb supposedly only affects green and red Martians. I do not believe that. That doesn't seem correct. if on a genetic level, all three are the same, a gene bomb should not affect two of them differently than a third. So, I feel like it's a play, it's a trap, basically. He gave him a trap bomb. Because yeah, it just doesn't make any sense that, I don't know, it's like in human terms, he gave them a nuke that only affects white people. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know, it doesn't seem correct. So I'm gonna be interested to see if it is true what he's saying, that it will only affect green and red Martians, or is it I'm thinking, if it's on a genetic level, then everyone should be affected the same. So, anyways, that's what Macomb's doing, I guess. He's going to do it the same day as the wedding, whatever. Listen, I like the Martian storyline. It's really interesting. I like the intrigue of it and the stuff with the Legion. I'm not really a super Martian shipper, so I'm at that part of the plotline is okay, whatever. And you know, maybe it is because of that, but I'm also hoping that next episode we get to see a different storyline going on. You know, I like when they juggle the storylines and they can go back and forth between different things. I was kind of expecting, like I said, this episode to be about Zatanna or Artemis, since they showed that in the trailer. So I'm hoping that we get to see something else first, maybe come back to this, you know, set up that suspense in the meantime of what's going to happen. Because if they just do this whole plot line first and then they go to a different one, that's going to be kind of boring to me. I'd like to sort of see this plot line go for a little bit, then we jump somewhere else, and we come back here, go to somewhere else. You know, let's just go around to our different characters, see what they're all up to, and maybe they all connect somehow even. So, anyways, with that, I'm gonna stop talking because I'm tired and I got more stuff to do. Thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. And that's it. I'll see you in the next episode.